Thank you, Chairman. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Chairman, this bill is set another quixotic adventure after the demonetization tragedy. This country has hardly survived from the demonetization adventure. Now this government wants to suffocate thousands of government agencies and NGOs who act as conduit pipe connecting government and private aiding agencies of the world with millions of helpless of this country. Sir, we have to remember the fact that it was the NGOs and government specialized agencies of the world who reconstructed the world after the ruin caused by the World War II. The World War destroyed not only Europe, Africa, and Asia, but it affected all the continents. It destroyed lives and livelihoods of millions all over the world. Sir, it was the foreign development assistance which facilitated the reconstruction of the world. As many people tend to think that India is only a poor recipient of foreign aid, the fact is that Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, with his egalitarian and compassionate mindset, formulated a humanitarian strategy to help other countries in distress. Sir, foreign aid is not a new concept. Even the mighty US had been a beneficiary. It is well known that the US received help from France for surviving the Civil War tragedies. Sir, as far as foreign aid is concerned, India is at once a recipient and donor. Following the 1970 UN General Assembly resolution, India, along with Australia, Japan, New Zealand, etc., India donated liberally towards the ODA of the UN. Thus, it can be seen that India is not a poor recipient, but a liberal donor also. Now this government is sabotaging the flow of help from other countries. The government is activated by poor vanity and partisanism. The FCRA licenses are being cancelled since they are minorities. Many of the cancellations orders don't even have single reasons. The center is making silly reasons using their agencies. Those allegations by agencies are without basis and support. 6,600 NGOs FCRA licenses are cancelled in the last 3 years. No one thinks about the number of families starving without jobs. These NGOs are bringing in foreign exchange into the country, which is also helping Indian economy and providing lakhs of jobs. If there are NGOs involved in anti-national activities, definitely action should be taken. But many of these licenses are cancelled for mere technical reasons. It's clearly an attack to the minorities. Those small mistakes to be corrected, and these NGOs should be encouraged to bring in more foreign money into the country. Sir, it is to be noted that 99% of the people helped by Christian organizations and churches are not Christian, but belong to other religion. And they never been converted. All of them remains in their original religion and beliefs. Compassion International, a Christian charity, reportedly invest around 300 crore in the country every year. The funds were used to provide education, medical aid, and meals to children in need. 1,45,000 children and their families have been affected by the decision. More than 6,000 people lost their jobs. Another church from Kerala involved in social activities was denied FCRA registration renewal 4 years back. They were helping around 1 lakh children. I learned that last month they also closed their support for the children, leaving them to starve and die. It was heartbroken to learn about a differently abled widow committing suicide in the wake of losing her job with the child care project of Believers Eastern Church, Bihar. She left behind 2 of her children who are now forced to be orphans. More than 10,000 people lost their jobs when Believers Church stopped their projects. Sir, government must know that extreme poverty and starvation still prevail in the country. Sir, government must know that despite the passing of Right to Education Act, we have not achieved universal primary education. Sir, government must know that millions and millions of people in this country sleep under open sky, cross-dwell in slums. Sir, we forced to construct big walls to hide the slums from the look of visiting dignitaries. Sir, government must know that still child mortality rates are higher in various states. Sir, it is sad that this government, without acknowledging the service which Hindu, Christian, Islamic, Sikh, on religious charity institutions did to this country, want to bureaucratize charity efforts. By this bill, the government want to impose a license charge over philanthropic activities. Sir, by this amendment, the government in effect declares an embargo against this country. It is a time in the history of the world that a government is declaring an embargo against its own poor people. So far we heard of embargo by the US against Cuba, Iraq, etc. But now, this amendment, the government tried to impose bureaucratic control over philanthropic and social service activities of people and organizations. Sir, Calcutta was a city of sadness. Mother Teresa transformed it into a city of joy, taking care of the lepers and destitutes. Sir, the life longevity of the people of Kerala on par with the people of the richest Scandinavian countries. My state has 100% literacy. Everyone knows that it was by the wisdom of the rulers who permitted the NGOs and charity institutions and organizations to accept foreign contributions that immense progress was achieved in all sectors, education, healthcare, and everywhere. Sir, we have to eradicate poverty. We have to achieve universal education. We have to provide housing to millions. As such, it is not fair to bring the philanthropic activities and non-profitable activities by receiving foreign aid under bureaucratic control by creating license laws. I request the government not to hurry and cause another tragedy like the demonetization tragedy and withdraw from this ill-conceived amendment. Thank you, sir.